Hello everyone, Berserkhead here, and welcome to this multiplayer battle for Rome Total War. This is 2 versus 2 battle, and my ally's name is Centurion Crow. So we started playing some multiplayer battles together recently, and this is actually the best battle we've played so far. And I decided to make a video out of it, plus I've never uploaded 2 versus 2 battle, so this was a great chance to do that. So well, this guy, he's gonna start his own channel in the future, and we're gonna do some stuff together. You know, we have some projects that we're currently working on, so it's gonna be awesome. But whatever, let me now show you the armies and stuff like that, and tell you a little bit about our strategy and stuff like that. So I command Parthia and he commands Dacia, as you can see. His army disappeared. Oh no, it's here. And our opponents are Pontus and Egypt. So in this battle, we just wanted to deploy as close as we can so that we can attack together. Well, we didn't know how our opponents were gonna deploy, but we relied on the fact that you know, they were going to advance. So you see now, I deployed my army in this pretty stupid formation, but I did that because I just wanted to get closer to my allies' army so that we can just unite and play this battle together. So this will take some time, like the deployment phase, so I'm just gonna triple speed this, and later I'm gonna show you the actual battle. First, meanwhile, I can show you like our armies. First, my army, I have how many? Like 6 units of cataphracts. This was CWB battle, so this was the maximum. So 6 units of cataphracts, they're gold, pretty good units. Then I have 2 units of horse archers. They again have they're not actually gold upgrades, they just have gold upgrades in weapons. And again, only 2 units because this is CWB and I cannot bring more of them. Then I got 6 units of archers, and I did that because my ally didn't have any archers, so I had to do that. He had infantry and I didn't have any infantry, so that was like, this was the way we wanted to play this. And then I have 2 of these hillmen. Well, they're pretty shitty unit, but I had shitload of money and there was nothing I could do with them, so I just upgraded them pretty heavily. They have gold upgrades and I think some chevrons. Then real quick, my allies army, he has some barbarian cap, 4 units. They have some upgrades, I'm not sure, I think they're bronze. He has pretty many of these folksmen. He has, let me see, 6 units of them. They're very well upgraded. You see most of them have at least silver upgrades, but these units are actually better. These are chosen swordsmen, like Dacian chosen swordsmen. He has 3 units of them, and he finally has naked fanatics. And of course, well, this is the army. He just has 4 units of these chosen swordsmen and 4 units of these naked fanatics. So that was our strategy, plus these mercenaries, of course. They're horse archers. So he brought a little bit bigger army, not that many upgrades, but I didn't have any infantry except for these hillmen that don't count because they suck. So that was how we were going to do this. So now I'm gonna march like next to his army, and we're gonna deploy together. And meanwhile, let me take a look at my at our opponent's army. So this guy Pontus, he brought 1 unit of these chariots, Pontic chariots. They were pretty heavily upgraded. They were pretty tough. But their disadvantage was that they couldn't shoot, like they were heavy chariots, not light chariots, so they didn't have like archers on them, and they were just meant for charging. Then he brought these very heavily upgraded, like they have gold upgrades, these 4 units of Eastern, no, yeah, he actually brought Eastern General, and that's why these units were very tough. They were kind of expensive, but they did a great job in this battle. You're going to see that later. He has some of these Thracian mercenaries, 4 of them. Again, they're gold upgrades. They have gold upgrades, and they're pretty tough. And these guys have gold upgrades as well. So he went like he upgraded, like he gave maximum upgrades to every possible unit. These are bronze shields, by the way. I didn't know that they exist, but whatever. They look kind of Thracian. Okay, whatever. So let me now see the army of Egypt, but it was hidden for the most part, and he saw that like this guy that commanded Egypt saw that we're grouping together, and he just decided to kind of reinforce his ally. And you know we're just going to fight like together, all of us, all four of us. So he brought kind of a strange army. Once it's like out of the forest, I'm going to show it to you because these are not all of his units. But so far he has one unit of peasants, and they actually had some upgrades. I don't know why he did that, but I don't know, it's his decision, so he did that. He brought some peasants, whatever. Then he has 4 units of Pharaoh's guards. They are pretty heavily upgraded. They have gold upgrades, and they have some experience chevrons, so they're very good units. They are going to do a great job in this battle, but you're going to see that later, of course. And these bowmen that had, look at this. This unit is fully upgraded. It has gold upgrades, and these units have no upgrades. So a little bit strange, like I don't know, upgrade distribution, but I don't know. This guy just decided to go with this kind of army, and he has some of these Nile cavalry that he hid in the forest, hoping that he would outflank us once we start the battle. But we actually saw that there are actually 3 units, and they're pretty heavily upgraded. But I actually saw that, so I decided to leave some of my cataphracts behind, but that's gonna happen later. Right now we decided to harass this guy. We decided to start shooting a little bit, but of course we wanted to shoot these guys, although they were very tough. And now this is still in fast forward because there is nothing really interesting happening here. So now he decided to charge us, but of course our horsemen are faster, so he's not gonna be able to do that. And we're shooting them. We cannot kill any of these guys. They're pretty tough. They have gold upgrades in everything, plus they have some chevrons, I think. So now we're even shooting them from behind, but they still don't die. They were pretty tough, and we were kind of concerned about them because you see we're shooting them for so much time and not even one of them fell. So that's what's gonna happen for, I don't know, for some time. We're just gonna shoot these guys, they're gonna chase us, and that's what's gonna be happening. So meanwhile we were just deciding what to do here. So we really wanted to defend, but we saw that these guys are not gonna advance, and this guy, like the Egyptian guy, he was advancing, like he wanted to reinforce the Pontic player. So we actually said like we should start advancing, but that's gonna happen later because it's just too early now. They're not together yet. And now we keep on shooting them. Still none of them dead, or maybe one of them is dead. I don't know, not sure. But these guys were extremely tough, so we couldn't kill any of them. So that was it. Now we were just we were deciding what to do. So we first went for this defensive formation in case this guy wants to bring his Nile cavalry out. But he didn't do that. As you can see, he has no intention of getting them out of the forest. So basically we decided that we're gonna march together, and we're gonna get all of our cavalry on the flanks, and my ally is gonna just advance with all of his infantry, and I'm gonna advance with my archers so that we can start shooting, and then he can engage in combat, and we can kind of outflank them with our cavalry. And you can see that we're already advancing now, my cataphracts, but I decided to leave like 3 of them somewhere around here, so that, you know, if this guy decides to bring his cavalry out, he won't be able to outflank us. So I think I should triple speed this again because the battle is pretty long and there is nothing really much happening. My ally lost some of his horse archers, but this is normal. Like, these guys had archers. You can see the Egyptian archers arrived. So now these guys were together. You can see they already deployed, and we now, I think we will start just deploying our army the way we wanted to advance. And basically I'm gonna get these guys and I'm gonna try and outflank some of them. Like, I'm gonna advance on their left flank, but it wasn't really effective. Like, it wasn't, these guys, I mean, they're really bad. They cannot do much. but still I decided to at least make them somewhat effective. So right now, as you can see, we're just redeploying our troops so that we can start marching. Here we're still defending, like hoping that this guy will just come out of the forest, but it's not gonna happen. He's not gonna do that. It's pretty obvious. And now we're just grouping our cavalry together so that we can start advancing when we need to. And now we started shooting them from behind, hoping that again we can kill some troops, but you know, these archers were here now, so things weren't that simple, and my ally lost many of his cavalry troops. He just decided to shoot these archers, but they had the better position, so it's normal. He couldn't like kill all of them, although they had no upgrades, but still. And now our enemy is gonna bring this unit of cavalry here, but of course the horse archers are faster, but he still managed to seize one of them, and he routed them. By the way, I'm sorry that this battle is just going on triple speed, but it's nothing really interesting happening. Like the interesting part of the battle is you know, it's later, so there is not much happening right now. There's one of the Egyptian units, but these guys there are still hidden, so we cannot do anything about it right now. And as you can see, where we've deployed our cavalry, I'm moving some of my troops somewhere here so that I can defend them. And I'm pretty much ready, and I'm just waiting for my ally to group his troops together and start marching. So he's done that, as you can see. He's gonna start marching with this Folksman right now, anytime soon. And I'm just gonna bring my archers forward. And the idea behind that was that, you know, these Egyptian archers were going to start shooting us, and the idea was that if someone should die, like some of our units should die, these should be my archers, because these guys are really important. Like, we don't want any of them to die. So we're now just gonna start advancing this way in 3 lines like this. So we have my archers in front, then we have the chosen swordsmen, and we have the naked fanatics and folksmen behind all of our troops. And we're grouping like our cavalry here together so that we can start marching on their flank, and we can kind of you know, we saw that this guy's cavalry is pretty tough, so we wanted to do something about it, and we had to, you know, unite our cavalry in order to do that. So we now started marching, so I can put the battle to normal speed again. You can see my cataphracts. I'm just I positioned them here so that they can intercept a charge by these hidden troops there. And now I'm gonna start marching with my horse archers as well. You know, I still want to get some shots from behind. So you can see we're marching like it's. You cannot tell that we're separate players. Like, we did that very well. And yeah, after a while, I'm just gonna start shooting, and he's gonna just start charging these troops. This was our strategy. They kind of had the hill advantage, but it didn't really matter because our troops were better. I mean, these guys were pretty heavily upgraded. We had more of them. We could outflank them, and we had cavalry. So now, as you can see, I started shooting, and now he's gonna advance with his troops. He's gonna charge as fast as possible, so that, you know, we can advance with our cavalry, and we can start, you know, we can continue shooting these guys. My guys are better than these Egyptian archers. First, I have more of them. Like, my troops are more than these guys are not upgraded, and I'm not sure that Egyptian archers are very good at all. And here you can see my horse archers and my hillmen. I was hoping to, you know, flank these guys here. You know, I can flank them with my hillmen, but of course I had in mind that the hillmen are a very bad unit, so I didn't expect too much from them. So my archers are continuing shooting, my allies just marching, and you can see this guy now bringing his cavalry out. And now we're ready to engage. So the strategy here was I wanted to engage first, and then my ally could kind of outflank my opponent. He brought his chariots here, but these cataphracts are really tough. I mean, he killed many of them, but still, they're pretty tough. I mean, these are cataphracts. You cannot kill them that easily. And you can see that most of these chariot guys are dying. And you can see although his cavalry was very tough, we were still able to rout them, and now there are not many of them remaining, and now they're gonna fall pretty soon. And we're very happy that we actually won this battle. And now now you can see my opponent, he's charging now. He started getting close, and now he's gonna charge any moment. And you can see my hillman now. I'm gonna charge any moment I can, and I'm bringing my horse archers here so that I can get some shots on these guys and these guys, and I'm gonna kill some of them. So now we won the battle, the cavalry battle here. We were very happy about it, because really these units were our greatest concern, and it's good that we were able to deal with them. So we're bringing all of our cavalry behind our enemy, and we know that these guys, well, they're not that good. I mean, he has a lot of these troops, and we should outflank them and do whatever possible to rout them with our cavalry. So I started shooting them now, and these guys were gonna hold. You can see they're pretty good at defense, and now these guys are gonna flank them. These folksmen, they can do pretty good job of that. And my hillmen are fighting here, and they're losing, but of course, as I said like 3 times, they're not a good unit, so I was just using them for kind of distraction. So now we're grouping together, and we killed some of these guys, actually most of them. So now we're just gonna charge some of these guys. Some of them are already routing. We were able to deplete most of them, but it's not gonna be a chain rout yet. There are pretty many of them. They have high morale, but these guys are outflanked, and these guys are gonna hold. They're not that bad, and you can see my ally is just rushing in with more troops. And now this is a great moment to perform a hammer and anvil. And our enemy actually brought some of his now cavalry. I couldn't see them. I don't know how they passed my cataphracts, but I'm gonna bring my cataphracts there pretty soon, and I'm gonna outflank them, and these guys are gonna hold. Some of them routed, but we still have some troops here, and these guys actually routed, so we had troops to reinforce and prevent these guys from winning the battle here. Now I think I'm gonna charge with my horse archers so that I can keep these guys busy, and I'm charging even with my archers now. I'm bringing them as close as possible so that my cataphracts have the time to arrive. And I send my cataphracts here so that we can kill these guys easily, and they did a great job of that. Actually, my archers did better job than my hillman as a infantry unit, which was great. And you can see, well, our enemies are pretty much defeated. This unit is outflanked, and this unit is not gonna do much. Now I'm actually gonna charge. We just wanted to make this to end this battle now, so we don't really care about our troops anymore. He brought like the Egyptian guy brought some units out of the forest, but these were just axemen, so one charge by my cataphracts was just going to deal with them completely. So as you can see, not many of the Egyptians remaining. All of the Pontic guys are routing there. As you can see, there are no more of them remaining. And now this is a kind of hammer and anvil, and these guys are almost dead. And that's what's gonna happen for the rest of the battle. We're just now cleaning up the field of some units that aren't routing yet. This is their general, so now I'm gonna just concentrate all of my cataphracts. Like, I'm gonna charge with all of my cataphracts. I want to perform a charge on these guys because they have no upgrades, and they will be absolutely easy to deal with. This guy, the Egyptian guy, he brought really strange army. He brought some peasants. His upgrades weren't like distributed equally, and it was just strange. It wasn't bad necessarily, but it could have been way better. And the Ponte guy, he brought a lot of upgraded guys, but that really wasn't enough for our opponents to win the battle. And you can see only from the charge I killed like half of them, so now it's just a matter of time until they rout or until I kill them. And the battle is pretty much won, and I'm gonna hammer and anvil them with my horse archers. As I said, we're just cleaning up the field. We don't care about our units. We don't care if they die. We already won the battle. So I think there are some more units that aren't routing yet, but I'm not sure where they are. And whatever the case, now the battle ended. And this is a clear victory. It was a great battle. Let me now take a look at the stats. My allies' army was the biggest one, which is absolutely understandable. He brought a lot of infantry, and yeah, it's predictable. Then this guy's army was the smallest one. He brought a lot of cavalry. He brought some chariots, but it was very heavily upgraded, so that was an advantage. And as you can see, we completely routed all of them. Like, they not, like, you can see there are only 30 guys that didn't die or get captured in this battle, which was pretty good. And we killed like very good amount of them, especially me. I mean, look at that. I killed a lot of troops. And now let's see which of my units were the most effective. I think the cataphracts were the most effective, and yes, they were. The horse archers were very effective as well, and my hillmen, of course, they couldn't do much. But I don't care. These cataphracts did extremely good job, and I'm very happy about it. So this was all for this battle. Thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye.